ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Today we start off with Suktam 40. Suktam 40. Rishi Atri Bhauma Devada Indra Surya Atri Chandasas Ushnik Trishtup Anushtup. Devada of the Suktam is indicative of the fact that this Suktam contains rigs carrying inherent meaning. Ayahyadribhis Sutam Somam 40.1. O protector of Soma, Indra, please come. O Indra, you are mighty like a bull, an annihilator of enemies, with the showerers of happiness, like the ignorance clouds. May you drink this Atmiya Soma, the essence of extracted or born products. By this rig, Indra is being invited to enjoy Soma essence, which could also mean the Sukta itself. Here Indra may be taken as universal Jivatma. 5.40.2. Vrisha Grava Vrisha Madhu Vrisha Somu. The cloud causes rains and showers happiness. This Atmiya Soma, which is extracted or born, showers pleasure. O Indra, you are mighty like a bull, an annihilator of enemies. Please drink this Atmiya Soma essence along with showerers of happiness. O Indra, please enjoy this hymn which brings happiness to all, like the cloud showering down, pleasure-giving rainwater. This is the implied meaning of the rig. 40.3. Vrishatva Vrishanam Huve. O wielder of thunderbolt Indra, being showerer of joy to you, myself, I invoke you, who is showerer of knowledge, together with your wonderful protective powers. O Indra, you are mighty like a bull, an annihilator of enemies. Please drink this Atmiya Soma essence along with showerer of happiness. Indra, with his quantum of spiritual light energy Vajra, is being invoked here. O sage Atri, or sage Atri is concentrating his mind or meditating on Jivatma Indra within his own heart. 5.40.4. Rishi Vajri Vrishabha. Indra is upright by Vijishi Vajri Vrishabha. Indra is upright by nature, is wielder of Vajra, is very powerful, is possessor of the most mighty army, is overcomer of violent foes, is ruler of all born beings, is destroyer of wicked enemies and drinker of Soma essence. Harnessing his horses, may he come towards us and delight himself in the midday session of this knowledge sacrifice. In the Adhidevic sense, mighty army here may mean Mitra, Varuna, etc. From spiritual standpoint, the word stands for the 5 basic elements from the space to earth. Harnessing his shining horses or spiritual light rays, may Indra manifest himself before Atris, bringing eternal bliss to them with his spiritual light energy Vajra. This is the essence of the Rig. 40.5 Yatva Surya Swarphano. O sun, when you cover your own brilliant light with darkness of ignorance, the worlds and the people residing there remain ignorant of the real light. When the physical light of the sun is covered, the solar world is not seen. Likewise, when light of the self is covered by darkness of ignorance or by this material universe, the self is not realized by human beings. 5.40.6 Swarphano Ratha Yadindra. O Indra, when your illusion covers the truth, like darkness covers light of the sun in the space, a man who is free from three kinds of sufferings realizes that hidden sun truth by uncovering ignorance by means of knowledge of the fourth state. The self is considered as being covered by three layers of ignorance. Outermost layer is gross body, then the middle subtle body and the causal body. The fourth state is the Turiya state, which is free from ignorance. This is being referred to here. 5.40.7 Ma Mamimam Tva Tava Santamatra. O Atri, let not wickedness full of desire for food or enjoyment arising from ignorance swallow me up with fear. You are a friend who has harnessed the wealth of truth. May you and Lord Varuna protect me here. In this rig, sage Atri addressing himself, you stand for the self-realized Atri and me for Atri the sage. With this explanation, meaning of the rig should become understandable to most readers. Ravano Brahma Yuyujana. As Brahma or Atma serves the enlightened person with reverence and food and imparts knowledge to seekers of truth, in the same way Atri set his mind on the sun in the space and dispelled the illusory cover of the light of the sun. Here Brahma may stand for a knower of sacred knowledge, Atri the sage. He meditates on the eye of the sun, namely the self or Purusha, and he realizes the self by seeing through the unreality of the physical light of the sun. This is more explicitly stated in the next sloka. Yam Vam Suryam Swarphano. 40.9 last sloka. Atris knew that Atma, or what covers the very sun by the darkness of the shining light of the sun, while others were unable to know that Atma. In the light of comments on the previous sloka, this one becomes self-explanatory. The very same idea is expressed in the end of Ishavasya Upanishad. That implies Atma here. Next sloka is 41. Same Rishi. Devatas are Vishvedevas, Chandas Trushtup, Atijagati and Ekapada Virat. Konuma Mitra Varuna. 41.1 O Mitra Varuna, Who is there desiring to perform sacrifices for you? Please protect us in the space or in or under the most brilliant light in which the great objects of the earth are revealed, or in the assembly of truth. May you give the sacrificers enjoyable objects like men giving food and fodder to animals. May Mitra and Varuna, presiding deities of day and night respectively of the universe, protect men who invoke them both physically and spiritually. This is the gist of the Ruk. 41.2 Teno Mitro Varuna Teno Mitro Varuno Atyama. May men loving one another serve the most liberal Rudra by obeisances or by excellent praise, worthy Vedic hymns. May Mitra, Varuna, Atyama, Indra, the great inventors and the Maruts grant us long life. Rudra means one who makes the wicked weep. Rest of the Ruk needs no elaboration. 41.3 Avam Yeshtha Ashvina. O Ashwins, the great scholars that you are, be seated in chariots having speed of the wind. I call upon you. Also, please fill us up with special knowledge for performing sacrifice to that supreme spirit of the space, which is like food to the body. Ashwin stand for Atma twin, Jivatma Paramatma combination. Special knowledge implies knowledge of Atma, truth, and sacrifice stands for meditation. Supreme Spirit is, of course, Atma, the Self. Food is meant for development of physical body. Knowledge is meant for spiritual development. 41.4 Pra Sakshano Divya Kanvahota. Agni, who is acceptor of sacrificial oblations, is brilliant, is having wise men as sacrificers, is present in 3 locations, and is like the sun in the space, in association with Maruts, Pusha, and Bhaga, who are grantors of all enjoyments, loving one another, may come to this knowledge sacrifice, like men having speedy horses go to battlefields quickly. Agni is present in the space of the sun in the atmosphere as heat and electricity, static, and on the earth as fire. With this clarification, meaning of the Ruk becomes easier to understand. 5.41.5 Pravorayim Yuktashvam Bharadvam. O Marus, please grant us wealth together with horse or power. Give us wealth as well as intelligence to protect it. Desiring peace, you are destroyers of violent men. May the sacrificer, who is the son of a person desiring the welfare of all, be very prosperous by your movements. Most of the Ruk is self-explanatory. Life of all living creatures, including human beings, depend on movement of air or pranas in their bodies. 5.41.6 Pravo Vayum Rathayujam Krunodhvam. O invokers, you make use of Vayu for harnessing to the chariot. Invoke him who is shining is wise and is praiseworthy. May the protectors, who are implorers and acceptors of worship, who are liberal and beneficent, manifest with admirable and good substances for gaining knowledge. Here, chariot means human body. Pranas are properly harnessed to the body by means of pranayama. May the guardians of sacrifices, whoever they may be, give knowledge to sacrificers and enhance their intellect. 41.7 Upa va eshe vandibhi. O Venerable Usha, dawns and nights, we serve you who are born from the space along with other respectable shining beings with pleasant and illuminating Vedic hymns. As the knowing the whole universe, you please lead the mortal man towards the sacrifice. Usha and Nakta personify dawn and night, originate in the space. Fixing time, they control all actions of human beings, including sacrifices during the day and night. 41.8 Abhivo Arche Poshyavato. I delight the protector of the house, who is the creator and is full of splendor, and leaders who support many men under them. O men, a man of good intellect, after acquiring wealth and serving good persons with love for obtaining riches for you, approaches herbs and plants with reverence. Protector of the house could be Agni physically or Atma in the spiritual sense. In the former sense, leaders may imply the 5 elements that constitute the body, and an intelligent man cultivates plants and herbs for the good of human beings. 41.9 Tuje nastane Parvada Sandhu. May the Vasus, who are good movers like heroes, become good givers like the clouds, who are givers of water to the vast earth. We always honor those good Vasus who make us grow in the fulfillment of our noble desire, which makes us admirable, absolutely truthful, venerable, and praiseworthy. Vasus, 8 in number, are presiding deities of 8 directions. They are supposed to protect men from enemies coming from the 8 directions which they preside over. 41.10 Vrishnu Astoshi Bhumyasya. I admire Agni, who is in the earth's womb and who is not allowing the water particles to fall down from the atmosphere, with excellent praiseworthy Vedic hymns. This Agni, who is present in 3 locations, shines on me with pleasure-giving rays and does not swallow me up, though Agni with hair-like flames burns down trees in the forests. Apamna Padam means which makes the water bodies not to fall down. Agni, by giving latent heat of vaporization, keep the water particles in the atmosphere as water vapor and not allowing it to fall down. 3 locations of Agni are the space, the atmosphere, and the earth. 5.41.11 Kathamahe Rudriyaya. How shall we speak about the great Rudra, one who makes the wicked weep? When shall we speak about the good wealth which is worthy of being known? May the flowing waters, the herbs, the space with rays of the sun, and hills having trees as hairs protect us. Here, good wealth implies self-knowledge which is known to be knowable. Srunotu na urjam padirgira. 41.12 May the Lord of Vigor, Indra, listen to our words. He moves around in all directions in the sky and is to be addressed by others. May the water streams flowing down from the benevolent big clouds, which shine like white cities, listen to our words. Assuming Lord of Vigor to be Indra, meaning of the word should become quite clear. Vigor may mean essence of life. 5.41.13 Vidachinnu mahanto eva eva. O invokers, you should know the great destroyers of miseries, who, desiring the welfare of all, holds the most desirable wealth. We will tell you about them. They are always engaged in doing good deeds, and they protect us when angry men approach us with weapons. Desirable wealth here could be essence of life itself, in which case destroyers of miseries are Marus. Angry men stands for diseases. 5.41.14 Adevyani Parthivani. I shall speak about persons full of shining knowledge, who are born on the earth as a result of their actions. May our words of praise expressing our virtuous desires, which have bliss before them as the final goal, grow in the same way as the seas grow by gaining water streams from the rivers. The seer of the Ruk is talking about the birth and activities of enlightened persons. These Vedic hymns have as final aim realization of truth. May these praises grow all the time. These ideas presented in this Ruk. 5.41.5 Pade Pade Me Jarima Nidhai. May my praises, which are powerful with protective powers and which are givers of happiness, be established step by step. May Mother Earth, or speech, which is full of meaning, be established in us. In dealings with learned persons, may we become straightforward and be sharers of articles straightforward. This can be treated as a continuation from the previous Ruk. Second half of the Ruk is self-explanatory. Katha Dashema Namasa. How should we give food with reverence to Maruts? Who are liberal donors. The good speech which makes the Maruts renowned, that alone is a good speech. May the cloud in the atmosphere not leave us in ruins. May we become destroyers of enemies within us. May the cloud give us good rain. 5.41.17 Iti Chinnu Prajayai. O shining beings, a mortal man quickly honors you only for the sake of animal wealth and good progeny. This mortal man, I, O shining beings, honors you. May the earth provide good food for my body so that it eats up old age of the body. Men invoke shining beings for securing wealth of all kinds as mentioned here. Most of the work needs no elaboration. 41.18 Tam Bodheva Sumatim. O shining beings, always dwelling in good virtues, may we aspire for that good intellect of yours that uplifts us by giving vigor and good food. May that mighty learned lady, who is a good donor and giver of happiness, knowingly come to us for the sake of our prosperity. The lady referred to here could be Aditi or Mother Nature, from whom all living creatures take birth. 41.19 Adhina ila yuthasya mata. May earth, who is like a mother of multitudes of living creatures and who is widely extending, make us praiseworthy, or may the vast earth, full of brilliant light covering all objects, uphold life with flowing waters and make us admirable. This rig and the next one are simple, easy to understand without explanation. Next one, 31.20, last rig. Sishakruna. Let us be associated with the growth of a mighty person. Now we go to Suktam 42. Atri Bhauma Rishi Vishwadeva Rudra Devada Chandas Truštub Ekapada Virat. This sukta can be considered as a good prayer sukta. Most of the ruks in this sukta are prayers. Prashantama Varunam Didhiti 42.1. May pleasure-giving hymns devoted to Varuna, Indra, Mitra and Aditi attain them quickly. May the 5 pranas, Vayu, who carry water, whose path is inviolable, who are shining and producers of happiness, listen to us. The rik is in praise of Mitra, Varuna, Bhaga, Aditi, Vayu, personified air, Bhaga, etc. Aditi can be considered as personified nature, Prakriti, which is really inert. Vayu carries water vapor, humidity of air. 42.2. Pratime Stomam. May Mother Nature Aditi watch upon the praise of mine, this praise of mine, which is heartening and pleasure-giving, like a mother guarding her son. That Vedic hymn, which is dear and desirable to shining beings, or enlightened souls, and which gives them happiness, I shall offer to Mitra and Varuna. No comments. 42.3 Udiraya Kavidamam Kavinam O invokers, in your minds you excite him who is the wisest among the wise, and sprinkle him with honey-like knowledge. That Savita, who is brilliant and is giver of wealth of knowledge, bestows upon us riches which can be acquired with labor or effort, which are beneficial and which contain joy-giving gold. Savita is often considered as the soul of the sun, is unmanifested, the Creator Himself. Invokers are being urged to praise Him with illumining Vedic hymns. The sun gives physical light, Savita gives light of knowledge. The sun bestows material riches, Savita bestows self-knowledge which can be attained with great effort only and which is giver of bliss. 42.4 Samindrano Manasa Neshi. O possessor of horses or spiritual rays of light, Indra, you please lead us well with senses and speeches, along with learned men to prosperity. Whatever is desirable to shining beings or enlightened souls, lead us with that Vedic speech. Please lead us well to that good intellect of the worship-worthy enlightened souls. Indra, Jivatma, is being implored to lead human beings well through enlightened souls with their sense organs under control. The rest of the book should be easy enough to understand. 42.5 Devo Bhagassa Vidarayo Amsha Bhaga, distributor of wealth, the brilliant Savita. Indra, conqueror of ignorance of cloud-like sinners and their wealth. The great inventors who are very intelligent and liberal, all of them are immortal and very active. Let them protect us. No comments. 42.6 Marutvado Avaradida Apradidasya Marutvado Apradidasya. 42.6 We declare the noble deeds of Indra, who is accompanied by Maruts, or great scholars, whose strength is unparalleled, who is victorious and is undecaying. O abundantly rich Indra, either in the past or in the future or even now, no one has ever equaled your powers. Indra, Jivatma and Marut Pranas together are present in living bodies. 42.7 Upa Stuhi Prathamam Ratnadheyam. O man, praise Brihaspati, who is the upholder of the most excellent jewel and is distributor of wealth. Whoever praises and invokes him, he becomes causer of great happiness. Many kinds of wealth come to that invoker. Brihaspati is considered to be master of Vedic knowledge. He is to be invoked for gaining all sorts of vijnanas. especially self-knowledge. Tabodibhi Sajamana Arishta, O Brihaspati, with your protection, men are not harmed by their enemies. They become endowed with abundant wealth and good heroic sons. Being possessors of good and auspicious wealth, they become generous givers of horses, cattle, and clothes. 42.9 Visharmanam Krunudhi. Visarmanam Kurudhi. Krinuhi Vittamesham. Visarmanam Krinuhi Vittamesham. 42.9 O Master of Sacred Knowledge, whoever among us enjoys wealth without partaking with learned praisers, may his wealth be fully destroyed. They are devoid of woes, growing up in the world as denouncers of the self. May they be put away from the sun. May non-sacrificers lose their wealth as it is not being used properly. Denouncers of Atma have no chance of seeing the self or spiritual light of the sun. Ya ohate rakshaso devavita. O Marus, whoever brings wicked persons in activities presided over by enlightened persons, and who reviles the acts of admirable persons, who are loved by common men, give that man punishment with stick. This requires no comment. 42.11 Tamoshtuhi Yes Vishusudhanvayo. O invoker, praise that Rudra who has good bow and arrow and who is a storehouse of all. Medicinal drugs. Praise him for the great and good mind with reverence and food. Serve him who is a giver, like a cloud which is giver of water. The Ruk is in praise of Rudra. It may not need any further elaboration. That 42.12 The Munaso Avaso Esuhasta. The rivers which are givers of happiness, are performers of good deeds, are like sustainers of the shower of rains, Indra, having good hands and who are created by the great Creator. Saraswati, endowed with great knowledge of great light of knowledge, and Raka, all of them shining brightly, may favor us who are full of noble desires. Rivers are being thought of as personified living entities in this Ruk. Saraswati is known to be the presiding deity of Vidya. A river known by this name is there in the Himalayas. Raka is personified full moon day. With these clarifications, meaning of the Ruk can be derived. 42.13 Prasumahe Susharanyaya Medham. I prepare this new, distinguished and intelligent praise for the great protector. He extracts water from the clouds for generating good shapes to the rivers, which are like daughters to him. He does this to us. Seer of the Sukta is praising Atma present in his own heart or Indra Jivatma. As Indra extracts water from the clouds, the seer is extracting this hymn from the ignorance cloud covering the self. Pra sushtuhi stanayantam ruvantam. 42.14. O invoker, may this good praise speedily attain that sustainer of earth who is thundering and making noise, that cloud carrying water particles and lightning goes about sprinkling the atmosphere and earth with water. This is in praise of the thundering cloud. It can be taken literally. By implication, the cloud may be taken to mean ignorance to get at the corresponding spiritual meaning. 42.15. Esha stomo marutam shardho. May this praise reach up to and attain the strength of Marus, and the Marus in particular, who are the sons of Rudra. I praise that desire for the wealth which impels prosperity. Praise be to Marus, who have antelope-like clouds for horses and who are quick movers. The Ruk is in praise of Marus and their strength. The wealth referred to here would be knowledge which leads to prosperity. 42.16. Praisha stoma prithivim antariksham. May this praise reach or attain the earth and the atmosphere, who are protectors of forests and herbs for acquiring wealth. May each and every enlightened being be easily invocable to me. Let Mother like Earth not put us into evil thoughts. Earth, atmosphere, etc., though inanimate, are being treated as shining beings here. The Ruk is addressed to these imaginary divinities. 5.42.17. Urau deva anibadhesyama. O shining beings, may we live in your excellent company, free from troubles and obstacles. We go to the last Ruk of the Sukta. One more. Shining beings or enlightened souls are expected to guide common man. Last Ruk in the Sukta, 5.42.18. Samashvinoravasa nodanena. We move about with new protections of Ashwins, which cause pleasure and give good guidance. O immortal Ashwins, please give us all kinds of riches, also heroes, and all kinds of prosperity. Ashwins are to be considered here as Jivatma Paramatma combination. With this clarification, the Ruk becomes more meaningful. We close our day session here. Viramastavat.